Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Yi-Cheng, your Mandarin teacher online. My older cat is currently sick and he is sitting on my chair because he has been sick for a couple weeks already, and both of us, so him and I, are frustrated, exhausted, and feel pain. Me specifically mentally and him physically. So whatever makes him happy and he wants to do, I would let him do it. We will see how this recording goes. I hope I will be able to record it without breaking down because he started puking again this early morning. So today is our AMQ number 7. In this series, we are talking about a Mandarin quote, and then I will explain the vocabulary and even grammar or sentence structure if I find something very useful, helpful, good to learn and know in the Mandarin, this language. Then I will list it out and explain it. Let's jump right into our video this time. 有些人出现在你的生命中是为了告诉你，你真好骗。有些人出现在你的生命中是为了告诉你，你真好骗。So there are some people showing up in your life for telling you that you are really gullible. Gullible? Gullible? 有些人 at the beginning of the sentence, 有些人 means there are some people. 出现 means to show up. So show up where? Show up in your life, among your life. 在 something 中 in 哒哒哒. So in what? In your life. 你的生命。你的 your 生命 means your life. So the life part. So there are some people who show up in your life and then what? Is for da da da. Our noun one is there are some people in your life equals to the part B, which is the noun two. The part B is for telling you. 为了 means for plus the purpose. So the purpose is what? Is telling you. 告诉你 To tell means 告诉你 is you. So our noun one is 有些人出现在你的生命中。Noun one is there are some people showing up in your life. 是 is to be something. It's used in the sentence structure of noun one is noun two. Noun two 为了告诉你 tell you what? Tell you this part. 你真好骗，你真好骗。You are really 真 directly plus your adjective 好骗。好骗 means gullible. And how does this 好骗 structure come from? Is using 好 because 好 means good. But when you use 好 plus an action verb, then it can mean easy to do something. So here 骗 is to cheat, to lie to deceive. So easy to deceive. Easy to lie to, easy to cheat. You are really easy to lie to. Be careful, it's action verb, not sense verb. We're gonna talk about this too. So like how plus action verb versus how plus sense verbs. What's the difference? What's the meaning and so on. So one more time, let's take a look of the sentence. 有些人出现在你的生命中是为了告诉你你真好骗。There are some people showing up in your life for telling you that you are really gullible. You are easy to lie to. So now let's take a look of the how plus action verb. It means easy to da da da. For example, 这个城市很好用。这个城市很好用。城市 means application, like phone app. Application or like computer app application. 这个 this application is really easy to use. 用 means to use. So 好用 become very easy to use or kind of like a user-friendly feeling. So 这个 means this one. 城市 is application. 很 is used in the sentence structure for noun one is adjective. Noun one is adjective. Then you use 很. So our noun one is the 这个城市, this application is 好用, easy to use. 用 means to use. Next one, 这个语言很好学. 这个语言很好学. This language, 这个语言 language, 很 again means to be here in this case because it's the noun is adjective. 好学学 means the verb to learn. So 好学 means easy to learn. This language is easy to learn. And the opposite of not easy to learn or difficult to learn is using the word 难. So 难 is difficult, it's hard, difficult, okay? So 难 plus action verb means difficult to do the verb. 你真难懂，你真难懂. You are really difficult to understand. Okay, so when you use really difficult to understand, so really, you can use the vocabulary part we talked about earlier in the previous slide, which is use 真 and then plus your adjective, so 你 and then 真难懂. You can also use 你真的很难懂. You see the 很 here, okay, so 很难懂. But if you want to use 很难懂, then you also need to use 真的, the complete phrase for really. So 你真的很难懂. You really are difficult to understand. Or the 很 in that case, after you plus the really, it will sound more like very. You really are very difficult to understand. Or you can just use this one as simple as possible, which is use one word, which is really 真, and then 难 difficult, and then the action verb understand 懂你真难懂. You are really difficult to understand. Next one is 好 plus sense verb. It means it's good or pleasant to do this verb. So usually this one is with limited verbs options. Usually are these options: taste, smells, sounds, looks, feels, and then good or pleasant. So it can translate into like, oh, tastes good, smells good, sounds good, looks good, feels good. So you can treat it like adjectives. 吃, eat, 喝, drink, 闻, smell, 听, listen or hear, 看, see or watch, and so on. 摸, be careful when m plus o is actually the 窝 sound. So 摸, touch. So then you plus with the 好吃, 好喝, 好闻, 好听, 好看, 好摸. Examples here: 臭豆腐很好吃, 臭豆腐很好吃. Stinky tofu is tasty or pleasant to eat, good to eat. 臭 means stinky, 豆腐 is tofu. 很 is our noun plus to be plus adjective sentence structure, the particle you need. 好吃, pleasant to eat. So here you can translate as tasty. But be careful. In Mandarin, when you're describing liquid that is tasty, then you don't use 好吃. You need to use 好喝, because 喝 this word means to drink. It's pleasant to drink. 珍珠奶茶好喝吗? 珍珠奶茶好喝吗? 珍珠 means pearl, so it's the tapioca in this case. 奶茶 is the milk tea. 好喝 means pleasant to drink. 吗 is our particle word to mean yes, no question. Is pearl milk tea good to drink, pleasant to drink? Is pearl milk tea tasty? So be careful. Tasty actually have 好吃 and 好喝 in Mandarin, and it depends on what's your object. Is it something you eat or something you drink? Next one. 这瓶香水很好闻。这瓶香水很好闻。So 好闻is pleasant to smell. Here, smell. 这瓶 this bottle of 这瓶 is the bottle. 这瓶香水 is perfume. 香 means smells good. It's an adjective word which directly opposite from 臭. 臭 is stinky, right? The stinky tofu, stinky. 香 is basically the opposite word for 臭. 好闻 is our pleasant to smell. Okay, so you can actually say 这瓶香水很香 because 香 already means 好闻. But okay, maybe I shouldn't directly say 香 means 好闻 because some people would think 好闻 is more like a comfortable kind, and 香 sometimes some people would say, oh, it's too 香 means is the smell, the good smell is too strong. So 好闻 it depends on a lot of people. It might mean different meaning. Maybe it's very wood feeling. Maybe it's floral. It's candy kind. It's fruity kind, and so on. Okay, so 好闻 means pleasant to smell. 很好 很 by itself third tone, but because two third tone together, so it will become 很好很好。这瓶香水很好闻。You see, here's another third tone word. The one at the back remain as third. The one in front of it become second. And then the 水 in front of this word is a fixed phrase with this 香 because it's 香水. 香水 means perfume. So we treat it like by itself. In this way, by itself means it's one third tone word. So that it remains as third tone. This way you will be easier slightly to remember how you should pronounce these three third tone words together. So this one remains as 3, second 3. So 这瓶香水很好闻。这瓶香水很好闻。This bottle of perfume is pleasant to smell. Next one, 好听，好听。他的歌好听吗？他的歌好听吗？ His songs. 他的歌 songs. 好听吗？ Is it pleasant to listen to? 吗 our particle word for creating the yes/no question. 他的歌好听吗？ Is his song good to listen to? Is his song pleasant to listen to? Or does his song sounds good? Sounds pleasant, okay? Like this. Okay, so like the top here, you can translate it into sounds good, sounds pleasant. And so 好闻 you can also translate into smells good, smells pleasant, like that. Next one. 这部电影很好看。这部电影很好看。This movie, 电影 is movie. 部 is the measure word for movie. 这部电影 so this movie 很好看，很好看。Similar situation like the 香水 and then 很好闻。So remain as third 好 很 becomes second because it's the one in front of the last third tone word. And then 影 is together with 电 more like a fixed phrase rather than with the word 很. So we leave it alone, keep it as the third tone. So third tone, second tone, third tone. 这部电影很好看. This movie is pleasant to watch or looks good, looks pleasant. You can even use 好看 to describe people, and it can mean good looking. Next one is using the feels good. The feel is really physical kind of feels. So 这个材质很好摸。这个材质很好摸。材质 this word in Taiwan we pronounce second tone 质 instead of fourth tone 质. So we don't say 材质 in Taiwan. 这个 this one, so this material is pleasant to touch. It feels good, but the feels good is specific with the physical sense of touching this thing. So 这个材质 this is the Taiwan version. We say 质 second tone. 这个材质很好摸。 这个材质很好摸。This material is pleasant to touch. Feels good physically. Okay. Next one, we have one that is special because it's not really a sense verb. It's to play. One. It's more like an action verb, right? But it's used in this translation format. So it's using the good to verb. 好玩means pleasant to play instead of easy to play. Okay. So it means fun. You can say 这个游戏很好玩。这个游戏很好玩。And it means this game is pleasant to play. It's fun. So play, even though it's action verb, but we use in this format, which is good to play, pleasant to play. So that would be today's video. My older cat still on my chair. I have been either standing or kneeling down on the ground in front of my table to record this video. And now just right when we finish, he decided to stretch a little bit and move to my bed. Okay, so now I can sit. Thank you for watching this video. If you find this video helpful, I would like you to click a like and subscribe if you haven't, and even turn on the bell notification. If you want to download this file's PDF, feel free to go to my Koji page and then find the snack size learning part. You can find a PDF I uploaded there, and my older cat is being naughty playing with whatever is around my bed. And then you can also book one-on-one lesson through the service option here. Or you can register through my referral link to the italki language learning platform. You can get $5, like $5 credit on the platform once you book purchase a $20 lessons. It doesn't need to be with me or my lessons. It can be with other teachers learning other languages. But if you register through my link, then you will get that. Okay, so I'm going to get prepared and bring my cat to the bed soon. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching this video. Be safe, take care, and Happy New Year. Bye for now. Oh my goodness. 你在干嘛呀？我坐这儿。我也姐，你说你要照他那种规矩。